I was born and raised in Asheville, North Carolina. We spent our summers in the low country of South Carolina, and our entire extended family still vacations there each summer. In my adult life, I have moved extensively to Georgia, back to North Carolina, to Florida, to Ohio, and finally to Virginia. When living in Ohio, I often felt like a fish out of water. My oldest daughter has recently moved to California and is having the same experiences and emotions I had when living out in the South. When I read this essay in Southern Living, it definitely spoke to me, and I shared it with my daughter as well. The essay is titled My Heart Always Points South, and the author is Allison Block. I've tried to move away from the South many times. I attended college in the Midwest, graduate school in the Northeast. My first real job was in Boulder, Colorado, a place as unsouthern as any I'd visited, what with all the earnestness and dietary fat avoidance. Back when I was 12, the age my youngest daughter is now, I'd flatten myself on the baked concrete of the sidewalk outside of our Florida house, let the heat soak up to my clothes, and dream faraway places where the air was cool and thin. And I didn't have to check my shoes for palmetto bugs before I slipped them on. By my late teens, I was done with Coca-Cola cake and wearing tights to church and having to be sweet, lest my mother shake her head, roll her eyes, and ask the heavens why God had seen fit to give her an outspoken daughter like me. I told her I was going to work in the big city someday, so convinced I'd had enough of the South to last a lifetime. I was wrong, as I discovered I could no sooner abandon the South than I could the family dog. The first thing I noticed after I moved away was not the cooler temperature shift, which was not as welcome as I had imagined, but the cooler interpersonal relations. I was used to a constant stream of open-faced chatter in every diner and waiting room. But outside the South, public spaces felt eerily quiet. Folks actually passed each other without saying hello. That got some getting that took some getting used to. So too the overall seriousness of the exchanges that did happen. Teasing and absurdity are a part of the very air Southerners breathe. Not so much in other parts of the country, where I found myself keenly homesick every time I had to utter, just joking, to a bewildered checkout clerk, or worse, a date. There were other issues, food related mostly. I recall the first potluck I attended in the North and what passed for desserts, and nobody cooked, or even cared about knowing how to cook. So I moved back south, something I would do time and time again after a job or relationship temporarily lured me away. None of my southern kin were surprised at my yo-yoing. They knew that as much as I might protest, I could not quit the South. More to the point, the South came with me wherever I went. My manners, my palate, my accent, my appreciation of humidity. None of that diminished while we were apart. I came to realize that the South was the love of my life. The dark, complicated, delicious, messy, blindingly gorgeous love I could never stop pining after, no matter how far I traveled or how much I claimed I'd be better off without it. The other day, after a dinner of fried chicken and sliced tomatoes, my daughter informed me she was planning to attend college in California and then maybe move to Europe. She said she was tired of the South and craved an adventure. That sounds fun, I said, smiling, knowing full well, as my mother did with me, that sometimes you have to leave in order to find your way home.